Okay, guys. I'm sure you all have guessed by now, though I have been gushing over the OnePlus Open for the last few months, that this would be my phone of the year. And it is. And we'll talk about it in a few minutes, but I wanted to talk about some of the ones that came close before I get to that. So the first one, and what would have been my phone of the year until I got the OnePlus Open, was the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, which I do not have because I had to trade that one in to get $700 towards my OnePlus Open. And you guys kind of heard all year how I thought that was the best phone out of the year. And overall, I still think it's the best phone because the OnePlus Open does so many things so well, including being a folding phone. That's my phone of the year. Other people don't want to put folding phones in with the other slabs, but to me, if you're going to pick phone of the year and a folding phone is a phone, then that's got to be in the running also. So for me, it's the phone of the year. But after the S23 Ultra, my next runner-up to that would have been the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is a terrific phone, and I would highly recommend it. My next favorite phone of the year was the Motorola Razr Plus. It's got that nice faux back. Some people don't like the faux back. I do, and I have it on the OnePlus Open also. But you guys know I absolutely love this phone. To me, it's the prettiest phone I've ever had, still is. That's after the other two. Then my next phone, now we're into budget phones, the OnePlus Nord N30 is an awesome budget phone. It does everything well for what, I think it's $300 right now, so you're not going to beat it for a budget phone, I don't think. But my other kind of favorite is the Nothing Phone 2. This is a terrific phone. Didn't take the case off. This is a terrific phone also. Some people think it's a gimmick. I love it. So just wanted to give you my runners-up. So now we're going to go into what I think of the OnePlus Open and why it's my phone of the year.
Let's do this!
So let's start off with the price because that's going to be the big deal. Yes, it's $1,700, but it's not as expensive as the Samsung or the Google Pixel foldables. And they're pretty much giving $200 off for everybody, at least in the US website. And I got $700 back from my S23 Ultra, which is why I traded in and couldn't get that much for anything else. So I started off with $900 off. Now, even though I don't have the other foldables, pretty much everybody who does, for the most part, is still picking the OnePlus Open as the foldable phone of the year. Why is it so good? Well, it's the same as Oppo's foldable, and it's their third gen. Being sister companies, I don't really consider the OnePlus Open to be a first iteration of a product because basically it's the Oppo phone, which it's a third gen for them. So I think that's one reason why it's so good. And let's talk about the cover display. The OnePlus Opens is not as wide as the Pixels, and some people think that's a little bit too wide, and it's not as long and thin as the Samsung Z Fold 5, which pretty much everybody seems to think that's just too thin. This one from the front, when you have it folded up, it's just the same size as any other regular slab phone. Another reason why I think you have to throw it in the running for phone of the year. And since we're all used to slab phones, and this is the same size as the vast majority of slab phones, for a lot of the day, there's no reason to even open it up. And that 2800 nit display is wonderful in the sunlight. And opening it up, it's 7.8 inches on the inside, perfect for media. Basically, you have a tablet in your hand now, which is awesome. And the crease where it folds, it's almost invisible. Whether you're on a light display or a dark display, most of the time you don't even think about it because you can't hardly see it and you can hardly feel it. And when we want to multitask, just slide down with 2 fingers, pick the other app that you want to use, and then they're side by side. And of course you could have up to 3 apps and move the windows around to your liking. And for cameras, we've got a 48 megapixel wide, a 48 megapixel ultra wide, and a 64 megapixel telephoto. And you guys know that I do a lot of camera comparisons, and all I can tell you is the photos and the video I think are just awesome. From what they say, better than any of the other foldables. Is it as good as the Samsung Galaxy S23 or the iPhone 15 Pro Max? Not most of the time, but sometimes it is, both video and photos. And of course it has that side-mounted fingerprint sensor. I find it very accurate, very fast. And then of course you've got the alert slider, which everybody loves. And as I mentioned with the Razr Plus, I like that faux leather back. Yes, you could get the emerald green, but the black has that faux leather, which I like the feel of. And the OnePlus Open has a 4805 milliamp battery, which is plenty. I think I'm getting about 6.5 to 7 hours of screen on time. And I'm sure you know OnePlus is still the fastest charging in the business. It's got a 67 watt wired charger, no wireless charging, but I can go from about 10% to a full charge in about 30-35 minutes. So I'm sure there are things I forgot to bring up and didn't tell you, but generally these are my reasons for loving the OnePlus Open, and it is my phone of the year over all the other phones that I've purchased this year. So as always, comments are welcome. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you like my content, please share the videos with friends, family, or whomever you think might be interested. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and be sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I upload. And please hit the thumbs up, as it does help with the algorithm. Merry Christmas.
Well, listen, there's one more thing.
We all do better when we love each other.